kid is white flags. Not on my level where I stand. Got it, I'm shooting a hot hand. Out of the gym, I was locked out. I failed, the kid was a dropout. I changed the game and it's up now. The city that need me is clear now. The people is giving the damage. The people is giving the... Sandman, I can tap dance through the energy blast. Run flat, never pop.
The Lady Freddies are looking for a statement win after a tough outing against Clear Fork earlier in the week. They are back here in the Freddies Nest to look to get things done in KMAC play. It's an OH.REPORT KMAC-tion takeover here on this Wednesday night as the Fredericktown Lady Freddies take on the Cardington-Lincoln Lady Pirates. We'll have all of the action for you from Freddies Arena next, live and free on the OH.REPORT.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH.REPORT.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
Think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, but you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Now we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hit them chill. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. We're blowing up, hit them chill. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding.
And welcome back on the OH Report live on YouTube tonight with the pregame show brought to you by Spherion Mid-Ohio. Jonathon Langdon alongside Ryan Klinger for some KMAC-tion here tonight, taking over the OH Report. Cardington-Lincoln taking on Fredericktown here, and these two teams, they play close every time they seem to play. This year, Fredericktown got the upper hand. Last year, though, Cardington had a season sweep of the Freddies.
Yeah, you mentioned that game earlier this year. Fredericktown beat Cardington December 3rd, 45-47, 8-point game. Very exciting matchup. Cardington looking to strike back and make a big statement. Both teams looking for statement wins tonight.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about both of these teams. We'll start with the aforementioned Cardington-Lincoln Pirates coming in on the road, looking for another win. They're on 3 straight on the winning side, and when they win big.
Yeah, the thing is with Cardington is if they get rolling, they got some players that are a little streaky, and if everybody's hitting on the same night, they can get a big win.
Coach Fitzpatrick leads the way with a 6-6 record. Maybe a little bit of an underperformance considering last year and the players they kept, one of them being our player spotlight today, Abigail Hardwick. She is probably the definition of all-around player. Out of anyone you can pick in the KMAC, she is the definition of that.
Yeah, 4-time varsity winner. She's got experience. Remember, as a freshman, she played with a KMAC championship team her first year, and she really bounced off those seniors and was the only freshman to play on that varsity team. Got a lot of good experience.
15.8 points per game. You see her here warming up. 6.8 rebounds. She's not the tallest person. She's still getting in there, snagging some boards. Also 4 assists, 3.6 steals.
Yeah, 3.6 steals. She plays hard defense. Intense player, goes after the ball, rebounds and steals-wise.
So she'll continue to warm up. We will now talk about the home side. The Fredericktown Lady Freddies here today. 10-2 coming into this game, but one of those losses came earlier this week, and it was brutal against Clear Fork on Monday.
Yeah, that's one that's really going to stick with them. And almost, I said almost. It was a over 30-point loss there, and that's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow, especially going into this game knowing that if you lose this, you're officially second in the KMAC. You got to win this one to stay tied for first with Centerburg, and that's going to really hang over them.
But also, it's two teams. Well, it's one game you want to throw out, but there's 2 games before that where they're keeping teams under 30 points. Like Centerburg, that's a really good squad towards the top of the KMAC. Triway, I don't know too much about the Titans, but you got to like the defense they showed before that Clear Fork game.
Yeah, like you said, throw it out. You're on a 7-game win streak before that. Coming into tonight, looking to make this essentially the 8th straight win. That game is non-conference. Try to get it out of your head.
Fredericktown Freddies are led by another star scorer, Cally Carpenter. We've said her name a lot for multiple sports here at Fredericktown, but basketball may be her best one.
Yeah, we mentioned Abigail Hardwick being an all-around player. Cally Carpenter, just an all-around scorer, can get in the paint, get physical. Saw her in multiple games do that, attack the rack. She can also space the floor, shooting 33% from 3, and interested to see the Freddies utilize that tonight.
An all-conference volleyball player, an all-conference basketball player, of course, second in scoring, as you saw in our graphic before, behind Kayla Larimore. She was second in scoring last year behind Kayla Larimore. This is just her year, it seems, to really break out. And even though Larimore may be tough to catch up with, she's not chasing her. She's chasing some better players in the district that she's going to have to face off against in the playoffs.
Well, and Fredericktown beat Centerburg, and that's what made them tied for first. And so I think part of her maybe thinks she is on that level, even though the stats might not reflect it.
So Fredericktown will continue to warm up about a minute and a half before we get started with national anthem, starting lineups, and tip-off. We'll take one more quick break and come back live and free on the OH Report.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, but you know we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones. Our desires, they become who we are. We go hard, giving up, no we're not. Yeah, the first step is showing up. Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hear them cheer. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. We're blowing up, hear them cheer. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. Ruthless, ruthless.
And it's about time to wrap up the pregame show here on the OH Report, brought to you by Spherion Mid-Ohio. My name is Jonathon Langdon. Joined by me is the Cardington graduate, Ryan Klinger, getting to watch his Lady Pirates go into action here against a top KMAC opponent.
Now you're outing me. I didn't want anyone to know my slight bias towards the alma mater. It's exposing me in front of everyone
Well, I'll say
watching.
50% of our crowd probably already knows. So
That's
it might
very
as well,
true.
the 50%
That is
might
true.
as well know right out the gates
That's true.
where
that's
your
true.
loyalty lies.
That's true. That's true.
So both teams having their starters announced, and we'll just go through them for you right now. Starting with Cardington, Abby Hardwick will start the senior point guard. No surprises there, wearing number 0. Also Jill Bertkey, another all-KMAC player, second team last year, a sophomore forward wearing number 2. Also the senior Kinston Henthorn gets the start wearing number 24. Also Morgan Powell and Alexis Longsdorf will round out the starting 5. Then for Fredericktown, Kit Bellman, a junior 5'8 forward, 5'8 guard wearing number 3. Cally Carpenter play a spotlight for Fredericktown. wearing number 11. She is a senior, averaging just under 17 points per game. Maya Bryant is a junior wearing number 12. Ella Boughton wears number 13, a junior 6-foot forward. And then Kennedy Allgaier is a senior wearing number 33, and that will round out the starting lineups here this evening. Both sides will huddle. We'll tip it off with 8 minutes on the clock set to go here for the first quarter. And here we go. Boughton will jump along with Bertkey, and Fredericktown wins the tip, and we are underway. Lob into the post. Double team will get kicked back out. Ella Boughton with her first jumper. Shot no good. Tipped out. Cardington will take it in. Fast break opportunity. Cutting through the lane. Hardwick lost it, and it'll be a turnover.
And that's one Cardington likes. They get Abby Hardwick going downhill. That's where she finds a lot of success. She gets a lot of points in fast breaks off turnovers, just not able to finish that one there.
Lady Freddies back on offense. 10-2 on the year for them. 6-1 in the KMAC. That one loss in conference play coming to East Knox. A surprising team to take them down early in the season, but they've woken up since. Despite losing on Monday.
When you said that, a part of me is like, who did they lose to? And you said East Knox. That is a surprising one, given the caliber of teams this Fredericktown team has beat.
Ball tipped away and out of bounds. Cardington not able to get it before it went out. Looks like Longsorf kind of got tripped up, maybe could have gotten there.
Yeah, I think she honestly didn't expect to be able to get a hand on the ball as she did, and kind of had a late reaction there, ended up tripping over her own feet.
Carpenter holds the basketball out top, gives to the elbow, gets it right back. She'll drive baseline and bake it home.
Draws two, goes up regardless, off the glass and in. That's a strong bucket. First score of the game for Freddies.
Fredericktown strikes first blood. And now a foul down low will halt things for the moment. On the inbound, they find Hardwick in the corner. Shot too long. Cally catches it in stride. Carpenter puts her head down, spins, throws it up with the right, and gets it. Quick 4-0 start here for Fredericktown as Cardington looks to try and find some open looks. They've gotten some, just haven't been able to convert.
And that wide open three on the inbound, that was great. Whether it was a play or not, that was a great open look for Hardwick. Unable to make it, Carpenter goes down and shows why she's second in scoring in the KMAC.
She struggled in their game against Mount Gilead, 7 points. She did everything else though, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and a steal. Just scoring the basketball. It's been a struggle for her as of late as Cardington comes up empty again.
Well, the big thing in that Mount Gilead game is they got number 24, Kinston Henthorne, the other senior, going. She gets hot. She can roll for Cardington. She had some big threes in that game, and it felt like she couldn't miss. She got a little bit of J.R. Smith energy. She gets going. She can make a lot.
Ball down low here for Fredericktown. Shot is missed by Allgaier. Yeah, you said big threes. How about 6 of them for her in that last game? Here she is again. That one way long. Offensive rebound down low. Will draw a foul. 2 free throws coming.
And right there, she's trying to start out early. We'll have to see if she can catch fire. If she does, it could get very interesting for how this Fredericktown defense can react.
So free throws will be from Jill Bertkey. Shot short there for the first. And the second one also off. Carpenter thought about a 3. Now will pass long for Boughton. Nearly lost it out of bounds. She goes baseline, has it stripped away, but stays last off of Cardington.
Yeah, good work there by Boughton to save a turnover. That would have been a bit of a momentum killer, as when you're Fredericktown right now, you're pretty happy. You fouled Cardington. They missed both free throws. You're feeling pretty good about yourself, up 4-0.
Another turnover. Cardington trying to cash in, and they finally do.
That's a great play there. The assist from Henthorn. She finds Longsdorf in stride. Longsdorf doesn't even have to dribble. She just extends the arms, goes in with one step, makes an easy layup there.
Just under 5 points a game. Longsdorf is the first to strike for the Pirates. Carpenter steps into a long two. Misses, and here comes Cardington-Lincoln. Lob over the top, extra pass, down low, they get it again.
Transition buckets is what Cardington's doing right now. Getting the ball down court before the Freddies have time to react. That's how they've tied up this game.
Boughton spins away from a double. Another nice pass, this time on the other end for the Freddies. Cally Carpenter scores.
And I was just talking about finding people in rhythm for an easy layup. Fredericktown turns around and says, we can do that too.
Pick and roll, that's deflected. Freddies with the steal. Carpenter down the lane, scores it. 8-4, Fredericktown. They grow the lead.
Yeah, Carpenter's got every point right now for the Freddies, and they've all been inside. She has yet to drain the big three yet, and that's what I was saying earlier. That's part of the reason she's second KMAC scoring. She can really, once it crosses half court, you don't know if she's going to be an outside shooter or an inside scorer, and it can depend on every possession. It makes her very dangerous.
And they rely on her so much offensively. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just they know she's a bucket getter.
Very true.
Outside for three. Here's Henthorn. Still not quite on the mark. Across the timeline, Carpenter slows it up with 3 minutes left in the first. Flare screen, ball just not secured. Pass inside, Maya Bryant. She will break the 8-0 run from Cally Carpenter, and now a timeout by Cardington. So the Pirates want to talk things over. That'll be the first timeout of this game.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach Fitz heard me or what, but they did have Kinston shooting threes here early. I think they're trying to hope some of that energy from that Mount Gilead game is going to carry over, and so far it hasn't. Let's see if Cardington reacts. All their points have been inside, and by all their points, it's only 2 buckets. So it's not like they've been piling it on yet, and they were all in transition. You can only get so many transitions. Eventually you're going to have to figure out how to get it in a half-court set.
So coming out of this timeout, Cardington will have 4 to go remaining in the game. It's 2:49 left here in quarter number 1. If you're just joining us, Jonathon Langdon, Ryan Klinger. Your camera operator tonight is Brandon Powell. Bertkey nearly traveled, keeps her footing, now picks up her dribble. Another 3 missed, just not able to find their stroke from deep, Cardington.
And we talked before the broadcast, said that'd be one of the keys is spacing the floor, and they have yet to be able to do it tonight. They're trying to get it going. They're taking the right shots, but it's just not going in.
Here comes Hardwick. She is cut off, out for 3. Henthorn still not able to get anything going. And this ball will go out, last off of Cardington.
And they're trying to get Henthorn going, trying to, like we said, score those threes, and it's just currently not happening. They're going to have to look a different way, or else this game's going to get out of hand.
They get it down low. Grayson Toombs, the freshman, checks into the game. Can't get a good shot off. Fight on the ground, still alive. Fredericktown has it. And now it'll tip out. Cardington, the last touch.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. Cardington gets possession, but then on the pass, Longsdorf's tried to kick it up to her teammate, and then it gets another scuffle. 2 scuffles in the span of like 10 seconds there.
They'll go to Toombs again. Didn't have the angle, and it's a nice block from Bertkey.
And the height from Berkey, huge. I mean, her sister was a very tall player for Cardington at over 1,500 career points, and Jill got some of that height in her genetics too. It has to use that offensively as we see her kind of stop midway in a drive there.
Other way after the miss by Bertkey, Carpenter is fouled. She'll shoot. Fredericktown 10, Cardington 4. No scores since that timeout called by Coach Kevin Fitzpatrick. Coach in his 4th season with the Lady Pirates. Here is Carpenter at the line. First one is up and off the back iron. Cally is a 78% free throw shooter.
And I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that Cardington team that was almost all seniors, had 5 starters that were all seniors. Abby Hardwick came off the bench. Fitzpatrick was an assistant coach for those runs when Cardington was really a dominant force in the KMAC for women's basketball. He's tried to carry that over as he became the head coach a few years back.
Cally splits the pair, 11-4. Nearly a minute left here in quarter number 1. London Blevins checks in, gets it to her senior counterpart, Kinston Henthorne, who finally finds a 3 through the cords.
Yeah, 0 for 3. Usually say third time's the charm. Surprised it was on the 4th one, but you'll take it nonetheless.
It's the first 3 of the game for Cardington. Makes it 11-7. Grayson Toombs hasn't had it going inside. This time she shoots from the mid-range area. It's blocked, and now a turnover by Bryant. 43.9 left in quarter number 1.
I'm honestly surprised that was the shot there. Carpenter's been dominating down low. Surprised she didn't go up. She maybe even could have gotten a foul call if she went into the contact. I was very shocked by that possession.
Henthorne. She's hit one. When she sees one go through, that's where it starts to get dangerous if you're a defense against this team. This ball is going to deflect out of bounds after the miss. Madison Calkins will inbound. Inside, Hardwick is fouled, and she's going to look to get her night going at the free throw line.
Yeah, Hardwick scoreless here early. Not what you want if you're Coach Fitzpatrick or a Cardington fan traveling over to Freddyville tonight. Got to see her do more in the second quarter, and honestly, the shot selection's been what you want. She's taken an open 3, just hasn't been able to put the ball through the hoop, as we see it once again as she misses another.
The foul went on Bryant. That's her second. Foul trouble-wise, that's really it for Fredericktown. As she is on the bench, she'll take a quick break. Probably won't come back until halfway through the second. Abby Hardwick, first team all-conference last year, misses another free throw, and the rebound by Boughton.
And that's what Fredericktown wants. Keep Hardwick not confident in this game. Carpenter came out hot, Hardwick cold, so it's been very interesting with our players of the game and how they're matching up so far.
This ball pokes out of bounds. Yeah, you're exactly right. Just Cally getting everything she wants right now, everything that she takes. There's been a couple of times where she's been a little timid and not taking a shot. Want to break that here at the end of the first quarter. Final 10 seconds. Here she is shooting from the left wing. A little too long. Ball tipped out. Stays in, and that will do it for the first quarter. Fredericktown 11, Cardington 7. We'll take a break. Come back live and free on the OH Report. We'll have your second quarter on the way.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
And we're back with the second quarter. A step through inside by Hardwick is no good. And we got a whistle and a tie-up that will keep things. No, it'll take it to the Fredericktown side. Jonathon Langdon, Ryan Klinger, Brandon Powell, your camera operator here today. Fredericktown 11, Cardington 7, 20 seconds into the second frame.
And we just saw Hardwick pick up Carpenter as soon as she got the ball. Not the full 90 feet, but she picked it up early. We'll have to see if Cardington continues that in the second quarter.
She gets another steal and feeds her teammate Berkey up ahead, 9-11 after that basket.
We mentioned earlier in the broadcast that she's got a ton of averages 3 steals a game. You don't see that often from a high school player. You don't even see that really from any type of player. Very rare to have a lot of steals.
Just with the flow of this game, it feels like she's already at 3.
That's very true.
Ella Boughton scores to respond for Fredericktown.
Yeah, quick basket there. Before we could even really finish, we were saying that was a strong score from Fredericktown. No shot clock necessary for them. They get that one quick.
Ella, a second-team honor last season, just a junior, as here's a foul that will be on Allgaier. It's the first foul of the quarter for either side, just the first on Allgaier. But talked about Ella Boughton, got the bucket on the last possession. Her sister Jill, volleyball player at the NAS, Mount Vernon Nazarene University. They actually just finished their season a few weeks back. They made it all the way to nationals in Sioux City, Iowa.
Okay.
Jill wasn't too big of a piece on this team's roster, but there's some openings next year for sure. She'll be a sophomore. Ball inside to Berkey. Jill Berkey getting some scores here in the second quarter. She's up to 6.
And that's her mojo. Get the ball off a roll. She screens Hardwick. Defense thinks it's going for Longsdorf's bucket. Bullets the pass down low. Good basket there.
Ball lost by the Freddies. Big collision, and now a jump ball has Allgaier kind of just leaned on the basketball and nobody could get to it.
I know, it was funny. She kind of put her hands behind her, realizes she almost landed on the ball. Honestly, a heads-up play there from Allgaier. That's smart.
It will get the arrow back in Fredericktown's favor next time, but this time Cardington will take it. 2 minutes gone here in quarter number 2. Fredericktown with a 2-point lead, 13-11. Powell holds on to the basketball. Gives it off to Hardwick. Hardwick drives towards the middle. Powell, 25% three-point shooter, will give it up. They've got plenty of space. She's got plenty of space to shoot. She'll dish inside instead and draw a foul on Bella Ritchie, newly installed for the Fredericktown Freddies.
That's their 5th foul so far in this game. Cardington's only committed 1. So Freddie's playing a lot more physical at home than the Lady Pirates.
Baseline inbound cut off well in the paint. They're forced to lob it over the top. Henthorn had no lane, gives to Powell. Now back to Hardwick. Pass inside, taken away, stays in bounds.
A great defense there by Allgaier. That would have been an easy layup there for Longsdorf. She gets in there, disrupts it. Now Cardington's got to reset the offense.
Lob over top, too much mustard on that pass. Cardington turns it over again.
Yeah, they were trying to get it low that entire possession. I think Freddie's got word of it. I mean, that was basically a minute long of trying to kick it down to the block.
Well, just looking at how the game's gone, nothing really from 3 has fallen. 1-3 for Cardington so far in this game.
Yeah, and Freddies have yet to make one. I think they've only taken the one from Cally Carpenter at the end of the first.
Lob over top. They'll go inside to Carpenter. She's hit hard. Kind of feeling at the side of her face. She seems to be okay. She's going to shoot 2.
And I just mentioned the threes. Why take a 3 when you can get a foul and go to the line, potentially get 2 points there? I mean, Carpenter's been really attacking the basket here tonight and been having good results. With 1 free throw made here, she's in double digits.
And I think the important thing, if you're Fredericktown the Fredericktown coaching staff, as Carpenter makes the first free throw, is we're not talking too much about turnovers. With the exception, I think Hardwick's definitely getting to them. Yeah, 2 turnovers for Fredericktown. Both of them have been steals by Hardwick. Second free throw missed.
Yeah, from that perspective, it's been very clean. I mean, it's missed shot is the only really way the other team's getting, the Cardington's getting the ball.
Lady Pirates coming into this game with a 3-game winning streak. If you missed our pregame show, as there's a missed layup down low, Cardington, they usually get big-time wins. There's another steal, 3rd turnover of the game for Fredericktown. Drive, kick, out for 3. Henthorn short. Rebound by Boughton. Ball still up for grabs. The outlet passes are getting taken away. And now a held ball. But what I was going to say, Ryan, was that Cardington, they just have a disruptive presence because every time they win games, it's by 15, 20, maybe even 30 points. They just know how to control a game, and when they do that, it gets ugly.
They get in a lot of those weird games where it's not close, but it's not a blowout, and then by the end you look up and you're like, oh, I guess they won by 20. Like the whole time you're kind of talking, and people cheer a little bit after a big basket, but it's not really close. Those weird games, they're in those all the time, and they just somehow seem to find a way to win every time.
And it seems like we're getting into that sort of territory here, even though Fredericktown still holds on to a 3-point lead. Trying to make it a 6-point lead with a 3. Shot off. Rebound by Cardington. Blevins, cross-court pass. Hardwick comes away with it. Drives in, kicks, out of bounds.
And I actually like the play there from Hardwick. She's trying to lead Longsdorf with the pass there. Longsdorf, I mean, that's a little bit of the rust coming off. I mentioned to you before, this is her first year on varsity. Didn't play basketball last year. That's something with more experience she'll get.
So we got a timeout on the floor. This one will go for Fredericktown. Both sides will have 4 to go across the rest of this game. So we didn't really talk too much about these 2 teams' last games, but if you're an avid OH Report watcher, you saw Fredericktown's last game against Clear Fork, and it wasn't pretty. 70-39. They took on a really good Mel Bluebaugh player who is going to be a stud in college. I think the summary of that game was they couldn't handle the 2-3 zone. They turned it over 21 times. And then also Clear Fork had their way from 3. They made 17 triples.
Yeah, I've seen Bluebaugh play before. That's a dominant player. I remember watching her years ago. She was very good.
Not just on the basketball court either, but soccer pitch. I don't know if you watch too much soccer, but she was one of the top goal scorers this year.
I did not know that at all. Look at your research paying off. That's impressive.
But
I did not know that.
Bluebaugh had Division I offers to play soccer. Decided,
wow,
I don't want to play soccer. I'm going to play basketball. She'll be playing at NAIA Mount Vernon Nazarene, just like Jill.
Huh.
Different sport, however, of course, as inside here, a foul on Allgaier will send her to the stripe. Allgaier, a 45% free throw shooter, will look to make this a 2-possession game for Fredericktown. First one rattles home. Makes it 15-11. Allgaier, a 5-point per game scorer, 4.3 rebounds. She splits the pair at the line as Bertke comes down with the rebound. Offense set for the Lady Pirates. Blevins brought it down the floor. Hardwick up to top. Henthorn. They'll keep it around the perimeter. Nearly a travel. Fredericktown fans were calling for it. They don't get it. Hardwick instead goes around everybody, swerves that corner, and woe is me, the defense. Where was it?
I mean, that's what she loves to do. She loves to use her length and take big steps. You see a lot of fans don't really like that move. You see a lot of them get upset, start doing the circle with the hands a lot. I've seen some refs call her on that Euro. That's her go-to bag. That's how she gets her first score tonight.
Grayson Toombs inbounds after a dead ball. Boughton grabs it. Goes in, Bryant. Quick catch and fire, high arcing floater is off. 2.5 minutes to go here in the second. Quickly the other way, lobbed up Longsdorf. Kept it in, went off of Fredericktown, just kind of threw it off of Bryant, who was late getting back to the play. Freddies still have the lead here at home. Cardington, however, threatening with some of their offense here in this second quarter. Blevins. Inside, a bucket to tie it for Jill Berkey.
And Berkey's been on tonight. She's been the second leading scorer for the Pirates, first in rebounds, but only by a 10th for the Pirates as Hardwick's right behind her. She's been rolling here tonight. She's stepped up after Hardwick's tough start this evening.
Berkey with 8 points. Now a jumper from Fredericktown made by Kit Bellman. Quickly the other way, a three takes the lead for Cardington with Henthorn. That's her second three of the day.
As she's 2 for 6 this evening. Not exactly the best percent you'd want, but granted that's 33. Some fans be very happy with that.
Percentage is definitely a little lower for high school standards, so 33 I think is pretty spot on. For any team, they'll take it. In transition, Hardwick finds the basket.
Once again, you see her using that Euro step. I told her that's the go-to move. If she was a pro wrestler, that's her finisher.
Fredericktown just gets it across half court in time. And now an interception. Henthorn. She's all alone, doesn't have any numbers. So she'll hold up, go back out.
You could see her for a second kind of freeze. She did not want to drive in with 2 defenders from the Freddies against her. Decides to reset the offense with a minute left there. Probably a smart move.
Hardwick with 4 points holds it and now gives to Berkey with 45 seconds left here in the half. Hardwick fakes the three, steps through, loses it. Scooped up by Cardington, out to Blevins for 3. No, and another rebound by Hardwick. Heat check, Henthorn.
Henthorn has found her rhythm tonight. Hopefully it can stay with her if you're a Pirates fan coming out of halftime, as that's really been what's sparked this run for the Pirates.
And again, Fredericktown on upset alert. There's a missed layup down low that may have gotten tipped by the defense. 7 seconds left. Drive, kick, out to Berkey. What an ending to the first half for Cardington. Berkey's got 11 as we take the halftime break. (26-17). We'll be back live and free on the OH Report with your halftime show.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. When my team Now we're here blowing up. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you got, you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. Yeah, the first step is showing up, hear them cheer. Yeah, the first step is showing up, now we're here. We're blowing up, hear them cheer. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta.
Time for a quick halftime show brought to you by Spherion Mid-Ohio. Jonathon Langdon, Ryan Klinger with you here today from the Freddies Nest, where Cardington-Lincoln has come out swinging here towards the end of the second quarter. Score is 25-17. You may have noticed when we first took our break, score said 26-17. We're going to show you a second look at this three and actually find out that it is, unfortunately, if you're Cardington, a 2. So that's where we sit right now.
Yeah, 25-17. You might think that Cardington led for the majority of that first half. That's not the case. They really just caught fire with about. There was a 2-minute warning in basketball. That was where they caught fire because it was right around the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. They come out. Kinston Henthorn makes back-to-back threes. That was big for Cardington. She gets a turnover. Well, she forces a turnover, I guess is what I should say. Jill Berge hits a big basket right before the end of the half. Cardington and Fredericktown were kind of fighting back and forth. And as I told you before we started this game, this Cardington team's weird. It's just they somehow get every team to play their worst, it feels like. And, I mean, that's not a bad thing because it's a system that's been working for Cardington.
Yeah, and then you see the numbers here on your screen. So you say Fredericktown's looking bad. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just they're not making shots right now. And because 3 turnovers, that's great if you're Fredericktown, a team averaging 16 a game.
Yeah.
But just not knocking down your jumpers, no threes on the board, that's got to hurt you as well.
No, when I say play their worst, I didn't exactly mean messy basketball. I'm just saying somehow it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like they make jokes about the Chiefs where they just always somehow to have good luck. That's how it feels with this Cardington team. It feels like every time they play a team that's really hyped up, they just happen to have a poor shooting night, and that's what we're seeing for Freddies tonight. It's not like the Cardington defense has been up in their face all over. I mean, Freddies had some really good shots. They had a great layup, and they just happened to miss it. They had an open 3 for Carpenter. They just happened to miss it. I don't really know what the speech is if you're the coach for the Freddies. You're doing everything right. The ball's just not going through the basket. That's how Cardington somehow has been winning this season. It's a very weird team.
Yeah, so Cardington using that Kansas City Chiefs mojo,
The
I guess
voodoo?
we can.
I don't know
yeah,
what
the
exactly
voodoo that
that
everyone
is.
knows
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have if you're an NFL watcher. To Cardington using some of that to get to this 25-17 lead.
Yeah, and I do want to point out, Cardington's got double the turnovers of Fredericktown. So it's like Fredericktown's playing clean. It's truly just a shooting thing tonight.
So we're going to take one more quick break in our halftime show, and we'll come back with the start of the third quarter here on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can.
You see Fredericktown in the huddle as they get set for the third quarter. They had quite the run against them there towards the end of the second quarter. That now has Cardington up 25-17 here in some Wednesday night KMAC-tion. Jonathon Langdon alongside Ryan Klinger. Camera operator today is Brandon Powell. So you see Cally Carpenter on your screen right now. She led the scoring in that first quarter, scored the first 8 points of the game. She's got 10. And since that point, second quarter, she was fairly quiet. Cardington did a better job on her, and that's kind of helped the Pirates spring out to this 8-point lead.
I had a coach one time say the second half is decided by the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. And I don't know if I 100% agree. We got to see how these two teams come out of halftime.
Ball fought for in the corner. Good job by Cardington to stay on top of it, and now a foul down low will get picked up on Allgaier.
Well, Cardington's got to be happy with that foul. That was going to be a turnover there. Kind of got bailed out there, and the Freddies got to keep playing more defense.
Baseline inbound, 3-low set for Cardington. They've got one kind of chilling out by the corner. They'll go to the short side. Shot no good. Rebound still being fought for. Dove on by Cardington. Still looking and now taken away. Fredericktown lobbed over the top, and Cally Carpenter has a free lane to the basket. What a pass from Kennedy Allgaier.
Oh, yeah, the physical play from her takes it away from Henthorn for Cardington. Lobs it down court for an easy assist.
Sitting on the left wing now to the middle. Hardwick creates some space. Gets it back in the corner. Top of the key, Henthorn. Shot no good. Bryant the rebound. Outlet to Boughton.
Fredericktown's got to be happy with how this third quarter has started the second half for the Pirates. They haven't been able to get Henthorn going like she was near the end of that second quarter. She seemed to have cooled off over the halftime break.
Bryant too strong off the window. Minute and a half into quarter number 3. Wide open mid-range is missed by Powell. Carpenter thought about a 3. Now will drive in. Right-handed floater short. Gets her own rebound. Goes off the glass.
I'm sure all the grandparents in the audience love that play. They're always saying, follow your shot, follow your shot. Carpenter listens to Pops, gets their own basket right there.
I feel like the shot followed her a little bit more there. She kind of leaned away. Ball landed right where she ended up. Other way, Cardington draws a foul.
Sometimes you just got that natural touch, you know.
Free throws coming for Jill Bertkey. She was the one that led the way in the first half, 10 points. So she's got 10 points, 9 points from Kinston Henthorn for Cardington, all on threes as Bertkey misses the first shot.
The big piece I want to point out, Cardington 0 for 5 so far in the free throw column. If this ends up in a free throw shooting competition, I know you said Fredericktown shoots like in the 50%, but Cardington right now is 0 for 6.
Yeah, give them those 6 points, it'd be a 10-point game. Fredericktown open lane to the basket. Bryant misses another layup. Just rough going right now inside the paint for the Freddies. That's kind of been where their woes have been at this tonight.
Yeah, they started off hot there, and it's kind of cooled off. But they've managed to make this a 4-point game. They've cut the deficit in half. Cardington hasn't scored yet in this third quarter.
Hardwick gets a shove. There's another foul on Allgaier. That'll be her third. She'll walk over to the bench. Grayson Toombs will get her.
And Allgaier's been having a really strong game. Might not show up statistically, but she's made a lot of physical, strong plays for the Freddies this evening. You'll have to see if Toombs can match her on that level. Allgaier's been legitimately like a dynamite player for them this evening.
Ball lobbed back to the Freddie logo. Potential takeaway, and it is. Cally Carpenter gets a hand on it, spins around, draws a foul from behind. 2 shots coming from Cally Carpenter with 14 points in this game.
If you're a home fan here in Freddyville, you got to love that play. Carpenter gets a steal, goes up for the basket, gets a foul, most likely going to go 2 for 2 from the line here. I mean, you'd honestly prefer that over the normal layup, get an extra foul into Cardington's.
Well, I hope you did not just jinx her first shot from Cally.
Oh, no, it's good.
Is a swish. You talked about Allgaier possession ago. She has had a good game, and sometimes you get caught up. Oh, she's got 3 fouls. She has to sit. And you could say that's not a great outing. But sometimes if you can get as many fouls as possible without fouling out, that's a good game from there. 2 for 2 from the line for Cally Carpenter makes it a 2-point game.
Disproves the reality that there is no announcer's curse.
Far from it, Ryan. Far from it.
Now, back to that Allgaier piece, you know, I had a friend who one time would foul out almost every game, and he said you get 5 for a reason. Granted, not all coaches agree with that, but it'll be interesting.
Well, it depends
to see
on
how
who
long
you
she's
are,
out.
too, because there are some players where their job out on the court is just to disrupt the other team's offense. And if they foul out, that's part of the game plan. But if you're like a Cally Carpenter, if you're a Abby Hardwick, you better be staying on the court.
That's very true. It definitely depends. I had a game where I got 4 fouls in the span of 3 minutes.
Did you go in late stretches to?
I was in the last 3 minutes.
Yep,
they were like,
exactly.
All my friends were telling me to go for the foul out. They thought it'd be really funny, and I was like, well, I don't know if Coach would be mad. Afterwards, I asked Coach. He was like, oh, you could have done it. He's like, honestly, it'd be kind of humorous. And I was like, my bad. Should have went for it.
Cardington certainly taking their time this possession. Now they drive in and score. There's your broadcaster kind of cue to go if you're Cardington, because they were really slowing things down, and then right when I say something, they drive in, make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah, you know the game's getting slow if I'm talking about my basketball career.
Cally Carpenter brings it within 1.
The first 3 of the game there for the Freddies comes at a great time.
Sitting at the left wing, Pirates holding on tight to this 1-point lead. Longsdorf looking for Hardwick. She'll find her. Swung to the near side. Good inside defense right now from Fredericktown, forcing them around the 3-point line. Hardwick begging for some movement, not getting much. Ultimately gives to Blevins. Nearly traveled, no call. Fredericktown fans wanted it.
And that might be the space she wants.
Yeah, Freddie's tried to get in the passing lane. They pay for it dearly as there's a foul on the floor. That'll be the 4th foul on Fredericktown, so 1 more, and Cardington's shooting the rest of the way in the 3rd.
A 10th foul of the game. Cardington's committed 3. So it's going to get interesting in the 4th quarter.
Ball down low, great positioning from Bertkey. It's 29-26. Jill Bertkey with 12 points here tonight. Carpenter drives through the lane, loses it, but does get the foul call, so she's going back to the free throw line. She has lived there this evening.
Nothing wrong with that. You'll take the points regardless. See if she can make them.
2:25 left in the 3rd. Here's Cally. First one up and through. Made 2 free throws not too long ago here in the 3rd quarter. See if she can do it again. The senior guard / forward goes 2 for 2. 29-28 Cardington.
Well, maybe my old coach was right, because Fredericktown really controlled the first 2 minutes of this 3rd quarter, and it has continued so far in the 2nd half. So he might have been on to something.
Now a timeout. We'll pause things. Let's go back to the free throws because that's kind of the story here so far in the third quarter. Fredericktown getting to the line, knocking them down, and right now Cardington's over.
Yeah, Fredericktown 7 for 10, Cardington 0 for 6. So not only have they been going to the free throw line more, they've made significantly more. I mean, they've made more than Cardington shot altogether. So that's going to be an interesting late game. If we get into a 1-2 point game, if you're Fredericktown, you're feeling very comfortable fouling Cardington. I don't think anyone's going to be like, oh, well, they're going to find their stroke, 2 minutes left. No, that's when the pressure's coming on. I don't think that's going to be the time Cardington finds it. So if I'm Cardington, I'm trying to get this. I mean, real shocker. Team in the lead wants to extend the lead, but that's what I'm really going for right now because I don't want to be in a close game.
In this timeout that was called by Fredericktown, you can see in the center of your screen, Cally getting some ice to the side of her face. She took a shot in the first quarter and kind of leaned towards the right side of her face. You can definitely see there's something going on there. Some miscoloring now on that right, just underneath the eye.
Ooh.
But she's staying in this game. She'll fight through it, and she's playing great. 21 points.
I mean, we've seen many times in college and NBA guys with masks, and they put on the mask after a face injury. Maybe the face injury is just the secret to basketball. You play even better.
Intercepted by Boughton, but she lost it off her knee.
Yeah, both teams trading turnovers there. That would have been the one to put them in the lead. That would have been a great momentum builder for the Freddies. Just got to have a short-term memory and move on from that one, but that would have been big.
2 minutes left in quarter number 3. Abby Hardwick, defended by Carpenter, goes down low. Birdkeep pass inside, taken away again by Boughton. Ella finds Cally. Down the court, extra pass tipped. Toombs loses it, stays with Fredericktown. Up for 3. Freddies need something to fall from long range. They have not been able to do so here in this game.
Yeah, the 1-3 they've made was Cally Carpenter's to make it a 1-point game a few minutes back. If they can get the 3-point going, they can really take control of this.
Mishandle by Hardwick. 1-on-3. Cally, she's shooting again. Fouls stacking up on Cardington. Here's the thing. Cardington, they have 3 fouls in the game, but all 3 of them have sent Fredericktown to the line. Cardington, they've got 4 fouls in the quarter. Or I should say Cardington has 3 fouls in the quarter. 4 fouls in the quarter for Fredericktown, but they haven't gotten to the line nearly as much, Cardington, as the Freddies have here. Cally makes the first free throw. We are tied at 29.
Yeah, Carpenter's now made more free throws than the Pirates have attempted, as they're 0 for 6 still. And Fredericktown has now extended it to 8 for 11.
Freddies are back in the lead after that free throw from Cally Carpenter gives her 23 here on the day.
Maybe I did a reverse curse because ever since I said she'd go 2 for 2, she has been 6 for 6. So I might have done her a favor.
The Cardington offense has not found anything in the last 4 to 5 minutes. They have struggled to score. Hardwick tried to change that there, couldn't knock down the shot. Loose ball collected by the Lady Freddies. They have a 1-point lead as they bring it up the floor. Cross-court pass ends up in the hands of Ritchie, who misses a jumper. Offensive rebound, however. Carpenter steps to the free throw line, misses a jumper long off the back iron. Hardwick goes through the entire Fredericktown defense to the basket. She draws a foul. And now we'll finally see the Pirates get to the stripe themselves.
Yeah, yet to go in the second half. See what Hardwick can do here.
It's also the Freddies' 5th in the quarter. So anything else, Cardington would come back to this very spot. First shot short from Abby Hardwick, 72% free throw shooter coming into this game. She's just been hit by the bug that this entire team has from the line, but she finally breaks it there. We're tied back at 30.
We'll have to see if the lid's officially off the basket. That one might have just snuck in.
Hardwick has 5 after knocking down that shot from the charity stripe. Cross-court pass. Ella Boughton looks to the basket. Passes out of a double team. Here is Kit Bellman. No. Ella, no on the follow. And here comes Hardwick. 2 seconds left at the buzzer. She gets it off, but hits the back iron and careens up and out. End of the third quarter. Money time coming up, folks. Good game here tonight in KMAC-tion, 30-30 between Cardington and Fredericktown. We'll be back on the OH Report.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So the
One final quarter to play here from the Freddies Nest in Fredericktown. Jonathon Langdon alongside Ryan Klinger here tonight, bringing you this coverage between the Lady Freddies and the Lady Pirates of Cardington. Cally Carpenter has taken a beating here today. Nonetheless, she has 23 as she brings the ball up the floor.
Well, and this is an exciting one. 30-30, tied game. It's essentially a whole new ball game. 8 minutes to play. Let's see who can get it done.
Cally Carpenter kicks it to the corner. 3, no good, a little short. Bounces all the way out to the contester for the rebound as Blevins gives it up ahead. She'll get it right back here.
We saw Cardington really slow down that offense late in that third quarter. I honestly don't think that's the right move for them. They were rolling really well when it was quick shots, lots of transition up and down the court. That's how they took that lead there late in the second quarter. See if they can get back to that.
Berkey, baseline drive, gets past 2 to the basket. Cardington's back in the lead.
And using the out-of-bounds line is dangerous, but she's able to get that one.
There's your replay brought to you by North Central State College. Final 7 minutes of play now as Cardington has the advantage. 1-3-1 from the Lady Pirates here late.
When Cardington women's basketball was KMAC champions, this is the defense they ran. Coach Jamie Edwards, who was head coach when Fitzpatrick was an assistant, loved that defense.
Inside, shot goes and one. How about Alexis Longsdorf today?
And Longsdorf's been having a strong game. Talked to her before the broadcast. She said, can you just spend the whole thing hyping me up? I said, Alexis, that's not how it works. So I've been trying to be very critical of her this evening, but I got to admit that was a nice basket.
There's your moment right there, Alexis. Chance for her to make it a 3-point play. She's a 35% free throw shooter, but she gets it in. Longsdorf after the basket goes to the bench. Freddie's got 5 points to make up. As quickly in the fourth quarter, it's been a big run for the Lady Pirates. Cally Carpenter has 23 of the 30 points for Fredericktown. It's just been a struggle scoring for anyone that's not wearing number 11.
I think that's going to be the key here in this last 6 minutes and 20 seconds, is seeing if they can get somebody else to help out Cally. She can't do it all by herself, even though she's played a great game.
How about Kinston Henthorn getting in there and getting the block? However, she traveled at the very end there.
Yeah, I don't know what height she's listed at, but it can't be much over 5'8".
However, she still flies high and gets the block. Boughton off the top of the backboard. Ball careens to Cardington. Time will milk off the clock as Cardington is safer with their passing here in the last 6 minutes.
Yeah, they've really cut down on the turnovers. They had 6 in the first half, and I say that and they throw it away.
Freddies, can they answer the other way? Yes, they can.
Oh boy, we got a back and forth game here. It's getting exciting.
That was Kit Bellman getting inside to score. She's got 4 on the game. Trap comes, forces the ball out of the hands of Hardwick. Cardington stuck in the corner, cross-court pass almost taken away.
For a moment there, thought Hardwick had the space for a layup. I wonder if Cardington's trying to take some time off the clock before they shoot it here.
Straightaway triple for Cardington falls. London Blevins.
And Blevins looked a little timid all evening. We saw her have that shot many times, was afraid to take it. She stepped into that one confidently, and that was right at the right time.
Her first basket of the night is a big one to make it a 2-possession game. And now a timeout by Coach Jared Pryor. In his second season with Fredericktown, he's kind of looking at that 1-3-1. What can he do to dissect it and start putting points up on the board?
An interesting tactic by Coach Fitz to change the defense in the fourth quarter. That's pretty risky. That's pretty dangerous, especially when it's a close game as this one. It was 30-30. He essentially said, all right, new game, new defense. And it's worked so far for Cardington as they've scored 8 to Fredericktown's 2 so far in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, your home and kitchen supply timeout shows you the score here in the quarter at the top of your screen. Want to thank the rest of our sponsors bringing us here tonight. It's been a great game, Ryan. So thanks to Knox Community Hospital, Spherion Mid-Ohio, Knox Public Health, North Central State College, Home and Kitchen Supply, and Scout Construction Services, LLC. So Fredericktown right now, they've found themselves in a lull scoring the basketball. The one basket they do have was a transition opportunity, so Coach calls the timeout in the half court. They need to figure something out.
Yeah, I think the big thing that's going to stand out if you're a Freddies fan is you got 1 3 made on the evening. And I think you could look at that and say, let's come out of here and shoot a bunch of threes. But if you start doing that and you start missing like you have been all game, this game's going to get out of hand. Right now, you should be sticking to what has worked this evening. That's been attacking the basket, drawing fouls, and getting to the line. Physical play has been the name of the game tonight for Freddies. I wouldn't change up the whole game plan this late in the game. If you just haven't been hitting from 3 tonight, you just haven't been hitting. We got to do something else.
You know what else has been working? Getting the ball in the hands of number 11.
Very true.
She's in the corner right now, and Boughton turns it over. Steal by Longsdorf. Good patience by Powell. Could have easily taken a shot.
It's like
Does
she
it
heard
again.
you, yeah.
Yep. Just keeps the clock going. 4 minutes left.
Yeah, Cardington, I don't think they're in a full stall right now, but they're definitely trying to take some time off the clock.
Inside, a missed layup. That could loom large. Fredericktown the other way.
That's a shot Cardington wants, but unable to finish it there by Longsdorf. You're right. That's going to be one that stands out, depending on the result of this game.
Cally in the corner. They need it. Can't get it. And stepping out of bounds before she could save it is Allgaier.
That's excellent hustle there from Allgaier. She's been making tough plays all evening. That one obviously goes away with the turnover stepping out of bounds there, but she's played well this evening. If I'm coach, I'm happy with her.
Abby Hardwick up the floor. Don't expect anything out of Cardington in this possession outside of a layup. 2-possession game. Cardington wants to keep it that way.
And of Cardington, the biggest thing is just don't get a turnover. I understand a layup would be great, but a turnover would be even worse than a missed shot.
Longsdorf stops her dribble, goes to Powell. In the corner it goes for Henthorn. 3 minutes left.
And they have Carpenter and Henthorn. You have to wonder if that's a stopper from shooting a three.
How about Powell? Makes it a 3-possession game, 40-32.
We haven't seen much out of Morgan Powell this evening. She steps up in a big moment there. The senior showing some of her leadership.
Catch and shoot for Kit Bellman, way off. And that's kind of been the difference here in this fourth quarter. Some unlikely names for Cardington stepping up. You saw the bucket from Powell. Also a 3 went up from London Blevins earlier in the quarter. Fredericktown has not matched that energy here tonight.
No, it's not been the usual suspects, and that's been the way that they've built this lead in the fourth quarter. If the fourth quarter was a new game, the unusual suspects have showed up for it.
There was a foul call down low. There may have been steps before, but the officials saw it as a blocking foul that will go on Fredericktown. Kit Bellman picks it up. That's her second.
And honestly, right now for both teams, I'm just happy no one's in the bonus, as that would have been very, very big call if that's the case. So that was a weird situation though.
Coming down to the wire in the final 2.5 minutes between Cardington and Fredericktown. Cardington-Lincoln, this would be a big upset. This would shake things up in the KMAC. Boughton gets in there, forces a tie-up. Arrow stays with the Pirates.
That's a good play by Boughton. She did that cleanly, gets possession of the ball, forces a jump ball, and even though Cardington's keeping it, next time she does that, Fredericktown's getting the ball, and it's a big play.
Timeout called. So we'll take a quick break. One thing I was going to bring up, talking about how this could alter the KMAC this year. Everyone's already got a loss. That doesn't usually happen towards this point of the season. There's usually one team that kind of sticks around and stays unbeaten through the first rotation. But that hasn't been the case this year. And that probably is as a result because of what we saw with Fredericktown losing to East Knox.
Yeah, and Fredericktown beat Centerburg. So, I mean, those two are kind of the big ones, right? Because if Fredericktown doesn't lose to East Knox, when they beat Centerburg, those have been 2 undefeated teams at the time, and that would make Fredericktown the undefeated KMAC team. So both those teams suffering losses within the last month is the reason that the KMAC's kind of shuffled up like this. This game for Fredericktown, you win, you're still tied for first. You lose, now you're officially second. Cardington's going to remain tied for third, but that's given them confidence over Loudonville, who they're tied for third with, as Loudonville obviously has not beaten Fredericktown in the first time they faced each other.
Centerburg, I'm sure, will be interested to see how this ends up after their game tonight against Northmore. As here's a foul on the ground. Northmore, not the greatest team this year in girls basketball, so you'd assume Centerburg will likely come away with that result. I don't have the update with me. But if Centerburg does hold on and win that game tonight, they would be in first place. And now a travel on Cardington as Longsdorf hit the deck. And I think it was just that knee going down was what made the call.
Yeah, that's got to be what it was with the travel, and that makes it really interesting. 2 minutes left exactly. Freddie's getting the ball. They score here. We've got ourselves a potential hardwood classic. It's going to get real interesting.
But that's the big thing. You need a score. They're going to turn to Cally Carpenter. She is doubled, gives it up immediately to Bryant. Cross-court pass, extra to the corner. Boughton, you need it, and you don't get it. Long rebound, Longsdorf holds on.
And that 1-3-1 basically gets a double immediately on Carpenter. Doesn't give her space to drive. Doesn't really even give her space to shoot a 3. It forces the other players to step up, and that's what Cardington's attacking this evening. Fredericktown got a good shot, just unable to make it.
Hardwick is fouled by Bellman. That's 4 team fouls on Fredericktown. So they'll need one more to send Cardington to the line, and then that's when we'll start playing the free throw game. You said earlier in the broadcast that if you thought that if it got to the free throw game and Cardington was fighting with Fredericktown, you didn't know if they could hold on. But how about an 8-point cushion?
Yeah, the 8-point cushion's got to help, right? I mean,
yeah.
I was thinking in like a 4-point situation. 8 points, it does make it a little different. But granted, minute 24, a big 3, 2 missed free throws from Cardington. This game could get really, really close and really interesting. But right now, time is not on the Freddie side at home.
Hardwick, double comes.
She wants to get the dagger here, you can tell.
Or if they're going to start fouling, she wants to make sure she has the ball in her hands.
That's a very good point, too.
And that it is. She will shoot after Fredericktown finally gives in and has to hack her to get her to the line.
Yeah, in the big moments, Hardwick's always very comfortable to step up. We're seeing that tonight.
Now Hardwick, third in the conference in scoring. Tonight hasn't been the case, just 5 points. But her team has done the legwork to get her here to shoot these free throws in crunch time. That first one rattles home to make it a 9-point lead. It's been her counterpart, Jill Berkey, who's helped out tonight. She has 14. That leads the team. 41-32, Hardwick misses the second. That nearly ended up in the hands of Berkey.
Wow.
That would have been something if she was able to keep that in bounds.
That would have been the real nail in the coffin. I mean, 9-point game here. You still got some hope here if you're a Freddies fan.
Not often you see daggers come in the form of an offensive rebound, but it almost did right there.
Yeah, that would have been, and you think she probably just would have put it up for a layup and make an 11-point game.
Fredericktown calls their fourth timeout. They'll have one remaining. Fourth quarter tells you the story. Just seeing that score up top of the screen thanks to Home and Kitchen Supply. 11-2 Cardington.
That's the big thing. I said at the start of the fourth, essentially a new ball game, and Cardington has played significantly better in the new ball game. I mean, 11 points, and they've spread the love. We saw an and one from Longsdorf. We saw a 3 from Blevins. We saw that strong take from Powell. They've spread the team, and Fredericktown just hasn't been able to get anyone going, and that's been the tough part. Obviously, 9-point lead. Fredericktown could still end up with a win here, but where we're currently sitting, it's not looking too good.
Shout out to Tanner, watching live and free on YouTube, cheering on the Pirates. He's got to be liking what he's seeing here tonight, along with the rest of the Pirate ship. A 9-point lead for Cardington with 1:06 left. It'll take some doing for Fredericktown to get back into this game. They've got to go quick.
And you don't need a 3 yet. You can take a 2 here and be fine, but you better hurry up as we're approaching 55 seconds.
And a turnover. Good active hands by the defense of Cardington-Lincoln. The 1-3-1 has resurrected this defense for the Pirates.
Now they're just trying to kill as much time as possible. And they get it back to Hardwick like they wanted to, sending her to their line.
So if she can make one, hopefully both, free throws, you could call that the nail in the coffin tonight with 39 seconds to go.
And I talked all that smack about the free throw battle, and I give Cardington credit. They stepped up, currently 2 for 2 here late. We'll have to see what happens.
Swish.
But it looks like they're stepping up at the right moment. I take that back. Sorry, they're 2 for 3 because she missed that, and then we thought Jill was going to get the rebound. So I had to take that one back. But they are making more than I thought they would late when you think they started off.
Off 0 for 6.
Yeah, and actually 0 for 7 before they made one.
It is now an 11-point lead as another timeout is called. And Cardington-Lincoln with the shake-up of the season so far here in the KMAC on the girls' side.
Yeah, Cardington's been on a roll as of late. I wrote down in my notes for this game that Cardington coming into this had won 6 of their last 7. They've really been feeling hot, really found their juice, and to point out the 6 of their last 7, overall they're 6-6. So they've basically started off pretty rough and really found themselves in the month of December. Don't know whether, it's like the reverse Miami Dolphins. The colder weather makes them play better. Not sure what it is here for Cardington, but they've really found it late, halfway through the season.
And here's the thing, another big aspect that changed the game here against Fredericktown. Remind you, a team they lost to the first rotation of KMAC play. In that game, where they scored 37 points, 28 of them came from their 2 big scorers, Hardwick and Berkey. Tonight couldn't been any more different. They had so much involvement today. Everyone, it felt like, was able to get a basket and that helped them cruise, especially here in the fourth quarter, to this big lead where they'll likely finish this out on top.
Yeah, I mean, I guarantee if we ask Coach Fitzpatrick after the game, he's going to say it was a great team win in that way, and that the team really worked together for this big win. And realistically, that's the best type of win. Everybody goes home happy.
Carpenter missed a three. That'll likely be the last foul or the last shot from Fredericktown, but no, they'll decide to keep fouling as a nice shove there from Allgaier will give us more free throws. Chance to stack the stat sheet here if you're Abby Hardwick in a game where you didn't have too much offense going, but free throws giving you a chance to keep that average up. First shot does roll in.
Yeah, by the end of the evening, she's going to almost be around where Jill is for points just based off all these free throws she shot here late, as Berkey has 14, Hardwick has 9. Not going to hurt her average of 15 too much.
Rattles out, second free throw. She'll stay to 9. 15 seconds left. Ball in the corner, 3 up from Arnett. It's blocked. Nice contest.
Wow. Yeah, that's an intense play here late. Didn't know we still had that much physicality left in the building.
And another turnover. In the hands of Hardwick, and that's going to do it. The shakeup of the season tonight here in the Freddies Nest. Cardington comes in, a 12-point win for the Pirates against one of the KMAC's best.
Yeah, big win for Cardington. They've now won 7 of their last 8 and have really found themselves this winter, and a great team win for them.
Pirates 44, Freddies 32. We'll talk to an MVP for Cardington when we come back on the OH Report.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
From primary care to orthopedics, women's health to pain management, the Knox Community Hospital Centerburg Health and Wellness Center provides excellent care for virtually all your family's healthcare needs. Comprehensive lab services are also offered at our state-of-the-art facility. Podiatry and surgical consultations too. The Centerburg Health and Wellness Center. It's a world of great care right around the corner.
on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant, they can move the king. If you never risk it, then you never know. If it's holding you back, you gotta let it go. You gotta give it all you gotta let them know. You are on another level, you are ruthless. Switch it up, it's the new flex. Ruthless, ruthless. Time to go hard and put your game face on. Ruthless, ruthless. This is the moment movies get based on. This is the moment movies get based on. Fire in the bones, watch me fire up the songs. Let it burn 'em, burn 'em, burn 'em. Got the fire in the bones.
Welcome back with the Knox Public Health Player of the Game. I'm Ryan Klinger, joined by Jill Berkey. Jill, you guys got a big win tonight. You've now won 7 of your last 8. What's helped really turn you guys around this season?
I feel like we came out really strong. We did struggle with like a few just like turnovers and not like really working super well as a team, but I feel like as the season went on, we just got like a super good bond together and we just started playing really well as a team.
You had 14 points tonight, but really the team spread the love this evening. It was a great team win. Talk more about how you guys were able to all step up tonight.
I feel like we really read the ball. We really just made sure we were looking at the best option. We weren't just chucking up shots, and I feel like that really helped.
And now you guys knocked off one of the top teams in the KMAC. They were tied for first. You guys currently tied for third. How do you guys feel going into the second half of the season now?
I feel like we have a really good chance of winning, and I feel like if we just continue to work really well as a team, we can get the dub.
All right, and Jill, any shout-outs for the evening?
Shout out to AJ Hall. He's taught me everything I know, so yeah.
Oh, all right. Aaron John getting the big shout-out this evening. Thank you for tuning in for the Knox Public Health Player of the Game here on OH Report.
They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. They been sleeping on me, think it's time to wake 'em up. You've been playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. Playing it safe, now it's time to shake it up. So it's time to make a change. Yeah, it's time to break the chains. Yeah, it's time to bring the pain. Let them know, tell them we are not the same. I'm the one that got the flames. With my team, as you know, we come to slay. Let them know that we didn't come to play. Nah, we came to win. I'm ready for anything that they can bring. Bring it on, let me do my thing. I'm a giant,
right, it's time to wrap things up from the Freddies Nest on the OH Report. Post-game shows brought to you by Spherion Mid-Ohio. Jonathon Langdon alongside Ryan Klinger. What an upset today for Cardington-Lincoln as they take down the Freddies 44-32 on the road nonetheless.
Yeah, coach always preaches, no matter what coach you are, you got to get those road wins. You got to be able to do it with the crowd not on your side. And the Pirates winning by 12 over a top team in the conference, big statement win for them in this program.
44-32, your final, and you see the numbers here. 11 turnovers for Cardington, 9 for Fredericktown. That's really good for the Lady Freddies standards. I think what really just did them in here today was the fact that they couldn't finish underneath the basket.
And the big part that stands out to me is that it was 30-30 in the fourth quarter at the start with 8 minutes left, and they only scored 2 points in the fourth. I don't care how many points you're up by, how many points you're down by, 2 points in the fourth quarter. No coach is happy with that. No player is happy with that. And that's going to be the big thing that's going to stick with them coming out of this game.
Yeah, so you see the rest of the numbers there. Fredericktown shot really well from the free throw line. Cardington, they started the game 0 for 7 from the free throw line. They made 6 of their last 8.
Yeah, big turnaround for them. I was kind of talking smack on the broadcast about how poorly they had shot from the free throw line, and then they found their stroke.
So Cardington gets the win, and coming up, they've got another solid opponent. They'll take on Loudonville at home, which is good for them. They'll play that game on Saturday at 1. Fredericktown will be back in action trying to get revenge on East Knox at East Knox at 6 o'clock. So it's interesting, both of the KMAC games that Fredericktown has dropped this year have come right here at the Freddies Nest.
Well, that is really interesting. That's a great point. The first ever away merchants, maybe. That's very weird. I mean, winning more on the road than at home. But I also want to point out these two games are both very interesting because Cardington-Lincoln, if they beat Loudonville, they're officially third in the conference outright. So that one's a big statement for them. Loudonville beating them. Not sure if Loudonville has the same amount of wins, but that would put them ahead of Cardington. Might be a half game. But regardless, that's a big one. And then Fredericktown, East Knox, they lost to last time. You have to think that's sticking with them. And now lost back-to-back games. They're looking to get a big win over a team that they feel like they shouldn't have lost to last time.
And it's unique, too, because Cardington, with this win against Fredericktown, I don't know how the tiebreaker works in the KMAC specifically, and I know in a good number of conferences, I would say the majority of conferences, they go by head-to-head score for tiebreakers. Cardington would have the edge over Fredericktown with this result today.
That's an excellent point. I didn't even think about that. Wow, Jonathon Langdon, I'm impressed. That was good work.
I mean, that's me not knowing the KMAC rules with the tiebreaker, but if that is the case,
I'm willing
Cardington
to
would be
bet
able
that
to
is the
take
case.
that, and a win for Cardington and any loss for Fredericktown would benefit the Lady Pirates in the KMAC race. So this is a huge game, not just for the shakeup it does for the entire league, but for Cardington themselves in a league where it's not going to have an undefeated KMAC champion. It may not even have a one-loss KMAC champion. Cardington's still very much in this race.
Oh, it'd be very interesting if the KMAC champion's a 2 or 3 loss team. I mean, that's a competitive conference at the moment.
So that will do it for us here tonight. Thank you for joining us on the OH Report. Fun night in store. Fun weekend coming up. Ohio State Buckeyes, of course, going to be playing on Friday. But before that, I'll be back for some Freddyburg action. The boys, Fredericktown Freddies, will take on Centerburg on the road. I hope you join me for that. KMAC-tion continues to take over the airwaves of the OH Report. Jonathon Langdon, Ryan Klinger, Brandon Powell signing off for the OH Report. We will see you next time. Sponsors rolling through your screen one final time as we wrap up tonight.